Yes, hello everyone, this is the Pan Am race, so welcome along. My name's Josh. It's good to meet you. If you're new here, welcome. Hopefully you will hang around today. We've got some good racing with Pan Am and RaceOnOz, and we've got RaceOnOz on GT Sport as well. And then tomorrow morning,
I watched one of your streams. You're fun to watch, man.
oh, thank you. I'm gonna mute that talky thing. But yeah, tomorrow morning, same time as we're, or an hour earlier rather, from the time right now. I've got another race with SFR, so lots of racing happening in the next couple of days, and yeah, it's good to have you guys. So thank you very much, Sydney Shaw. I'm just waiting for the session to click on over to qualifying, and we'll jump right on in and yeah, broadcast all the action from there. So I've been watching some of the practice, and well, Vic Chan at the moment seems to have the run of the money, but JJ Penguin from RaceOnOz will also be a top contender. So there's going to be a lot to fight for today. A lot to fight for. Don't forget as well, if you do end up liking your time here with me, please consider subscribing or liking. Plenty of sim racing around here, and podcasts. I do opinion pieces as well. We've got a Discord. To join that, just go to d1gdiscord.com. Pretty easy. That's your invite code. Don't need anything. That's it. Easy to remember. So hopefully that's makes it easy for you guys. But we've got a minute to go, and we will join them on track. So I know there's a lot of new guys here. Obviously, have you got any drivers out there that you're putting your support behind today? Let me know. Sydney, you are sort of new, Sydney. I've not seen your name pop up before, I don't think. But welcome, it's good to have you. Well, I also like to see what's trending in the world right now. So I go to Australia on the Google Trends, because I'm from Australia. What is trending in this part of the world today while we wait? Let's have a look. Trending searches. Real-time search trends. Past 24 hours. The top search. The Western Derby. West Coast Eagles vs Fremantle. That's AFL. That's not racing. You're but Jamer. Yeah, Jamer's here. He's in the Bentley tonight. We've got 19 drivers tonight. 19. So this is a good turnout. Massive turnout. So maybe there's one driver missing. Just one. Hopefully I don't have to reset at ACC, because we're about to start quali. Oh, I do have to restart ACC. Oh, I hate it when it does that to me. Bugs out the spectator mode and I have to reset everything. Just another 90 seconds, guys. My bad. Big Les, yes. Yeah, we got just put up the links actually for the GT Sport race tonight. So Facebook and YouTube should have the GT Sport links. Twitch just says the same every single week. Maybe. But 2019. So Scott McLaughlin got an IndyCar podium. I think he got second in the Indy. That's his first drive. He started 15th to make his first race podium. In just his third race, in the first oval, McLaughlin lit up the field with a staggering display of pace. Where did he come? Second, third? Oh well, well done. Third it looks like. Well done. McLaughlin from Australia to IndyCar. Alright, quali's underway. I'm just loading in, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll start. It's a pain that this happens with ACC. Here we go though. Oh, any suggestions? Jeez. The Silverstone race with Go To Woe a couple of weeks back. I think it was round 6. That was a pretty hectic race, actually, from recent memory. If you're looking for something to do, that's probably a good one. But let's take it to quali, guys. Let's get out on track and start the stream. So welcome to today's Pan Am and RaceOnOz event. It's the US versus Australia, as I'd like to put it. It's going to be interesting because there's going to be quite... look, you can see those red and yellow bars next to people's names. That's their server connection. So it's going to be a pretty laggy race for some. But let's see if they can deal with that. Yeah, your Go To Woe race last week as well was pretty good, actually. So yeah, round 6 and 7 of Go To Woe have been phenomenal. So they're definitely two that I would recommend, that I remember. Any other trending things with motorsport in Australia? Not really, just the IndyCar at the moment. So well done to Scott McLaughlin. Alrighty, let's put our attention now to the track out here. Vic Chan, like I said, he was putting in the fastest times in practice, and look at that, a 141.2, the 999 Bentley. It's going to be hard to beat. We've got Albie, some drivers I've never seen before. So SOP Albie. Is that what's the something of Pistons, the SOP group? I forget what it's called. Speed of... I honestly don't know. Nürburgring in the wet. Is that this week, Les? That's a bit nuts. So here's JJ, another driver that I would expect to see topping this time. He doesn't usually drive the Audi, so it looks like he's taking this opportunity tonight to jump into something different and challenge himself, which is cool to see. But River runs in that Ferrari, jumping to second place at the moment. Let's go through the order, get through some of these drivers. This is REV Prozac in another Audi. He's got a much better connection. He's still 1.2 seconds away. And that's Sausage of death there on the left-hand side. Into the last corner here at Kyalami. It's been a while since a Formula 1 race has been held here, but wouldn't you love to see one? Much like we're seeing the F1 at Portimao. That's a really good track. And as an F1 fan, I'm so happy to see it raced in Portugal again. Hands up if you're an F1 fan, though, in the chat. Big Les getting us some inside information from AB Saints. Where is the old man? He's down here in 16th. Mr. Consistent. Loves his racing, this guy. Bentley, it's pretty stable through the corners and great on corner exit as well. So AB Saints should be able to eke some performance out of that tonight. Just as you can see, look, there's this Australian connections. As you can see, the RaceOnOz boys wearing the RaceOnOz colours. They're all well organised in the gold and black. But yeah, latency is gonna. Oh, it's gonna be an interesting ingredient to this race. That's what sim racing is at times, though. 8.5 minutes left in this one. Sir Psycho in the McLaren. Let's just stick with him. A lap with Sir Psycho. Usually see him wearing the 666, but he's got the 66 today. Still at the moment, as you can see, 2.4 seconds off Vic Chan, who's put in a phenomenal 141. Oh, he's just gone even better. A 141.0. Vic Chan is searching for the 140s. The track's optimal as well, so there won't be too much track evolution from here on in. But Vic Chan's going to be a hard man to beat. Don't forget, guys, if you're just joining us, you can join our Discord, d1gdiscord.com. That's your invite code. So you're more than welcome to join us. And if you want to support us, just go to demo1garage.com/support. And that will take you to the Buy Me a Coffee support page. We've got everything nicely organised now. So you just need to remember our website, which is demo1garage.com. And yeah, thanks for the support that everyone's given us over the last couple of months as well. So Sir Psycho stays in 14th. This is Burradog, another RaceOnOz driver. Still 1.5 seconds away. Alpha Toro GT in the Lamborghini. He's sharing the track. Well, sharing the times with Bruce. They're very close on the timing board. 1.4 seconds apiece. This is Bruce here from RaceOnOz. He's actually just in behind. So let's see what Alpha Toro can do. He's in the Lamborghini that straddles the cover of the Assetto Corsa Competizione box art. He's 12th at the moment, through the final corner, looking to improve the time. 6 minutes left on the clock. 12th is where Alpha Toro will be. He goes 8th. Good improvement. Bruce is next. He currently sits in 12th. Does he go better? We're looking for something. But for Bruce, it will be another lap around. But so pros Zach here. 11th, just outside the top 10. And he is searching and searching. There's a lot of talent, a lot of competition out here today. And I haven't slept. Hailed, what is cracking, mate? Yeah, you can buy us a coffee, Sydney. Absolutely. Each coffee is worth $3. So they're just obviously virtual, but it's like Patreon. I think you can change it to beers. Actually, Paul, I think there's an option to change what people buy me. I just left it at coffee. I was trying to be what's the word? Can't think of the word now. Just trying to be... I didn't want to mix drinking and driving. I didn't want to give off that message. So I was like, you know what? We'll just leave it at caffeine for now. We'll leave that stimulant. Andrelli, 6 at the moment. Bounty looking a little bit awkward through there in the Bentley. No improvement. Jamer and Alpha Toro in the pit lane. This is Pantalones from Pan American Racing. Let's see what he can do in the Bentley. Some very fast drivers today. Vic Chan still on top. Hasn't been able to push that 140 barrier, but he is so close. Pantalones and River Runs. They've got some stiff competition in the likes of JJ Penguin. Andrelli's there. Jamer as well. Oh, that was a little awkward on exit. Pantalones is going to ruin his lap time. And I don't think he'll get anything out of that, unfortunately. This is River. Is there any improvement for River? Currently running 4th. 795 off. It's going to stay. This is JJ from RaceOnOz. Pesky's here. Welcome. Yes, it's going to be pretty mental, actually, to make any sort of pass. And it's going to be even compounded further because of the latency. I don't know how... It's just an ingredient, a big unknown. It's going to make passing a really, really big risk. So we'll see how the netcode deals with things today. Could be quite eventful. Very eventful. Hailed. Long time no see. My car. Well, it's working. I think I charged the battery and I haven't had many issues since. So maybe it was just a dead battery or my alternator is not charging. I don't know. But yeah, the car's still working, so that's that's a positive at least. So this is JJ, just ahead of SOP Albi. 468, nothing improved. Oh, SOP Albi, he hits the 140s. Vic Chan has been put on notice. And with only 2 minutes left in this one, Vic Chan needs to get something. He's got one of his drivers, RaceOnOz drivers there, pulling him along, probably slowing him down more than likely. And Vic Chan will want to wind this one up because there's only a lap left in it. This is it. This is all it is for Vic Chan. He has to put it in now because Albi, he's put it down where it's mattered. So hopefully that's a smooth line for Vic. There was no improvement that run, but he's going to have to do it now. Nelson Pinto. Yeah, it's pretty late for you boys. I'm not surprised. I haven't actually slept myself, and it's just hit lunchtime. So once this race is over, I'm going to go have a nap, and then get back up for the RaceOnOz GT Sport event we've got tonight. This is a full race. It should be pretty good. Hailed's like, nah, 3:15 a.m. Yeah, that's, you know, just night owls. I don't know. Couldn't sleep. So Vic Chan here has to beat SOP Albi for the top spot. The Lamborghini 716. 19 seconds left. He's put it in where it mattered. And that is it. The checkered flag is out. So we've got half the field already set. River Runs looking for something to improve on it as well. Vic Chan coming up to the end of the lap. Oh, that's a bit wide. He is pushing hard. And luckily, he doesn't have to pay the bill because, well, he couldn't quite make it in the end. He was looking for everything. JJ Penguin and Pantalones are the next two. It's an Audi and Bentley. We've got Burrodog down in 14th as well. JJ, I think's first. Well, Burrodog's had to go off, so Burrodog's out of this one. It's just now Penguin and Pantalones. It's actually the battle for 4th and 5th. There's about 3:10 separating these two on their best laps. So Pantalones needs to find some considerable time in this final lap. JJ only about a 10th to get ahead of River and get on the second row, but ahead of River. Let's see what he can do. Into the final corner. Shifts down. Pushes hard. He's on. He's on the power at the timing line. But for JJ, it's 4th. And it'll stay 4th. Pantalones, does he tip JJ away? He could absolutely upset him tonight. Checkered flag. Oh, Pantalones, he stays 5th, and that's the end of the session. Well, what a race we've got set. Nelson went to bed at 5 a.m. after doing 90-minute at Misano in the rain. Couldn't do 2 in a row. I wouldn't blame you. Don't forget, guys, Discord. If you're new and you haven't joined, d1gdiscord.com. That's your invite code and everything. Much easier to remember. And like I said, if you want to support us, demo1garage.com/support. We'll take you to the Buy Me a Coffee support page where there's some extra content up there as well. And if you want to get on the email list for reminders, you either do that by supporting us or just hit the follow button. It's free, and you'll get on the email list as well. All right, well, we've got the race coming up. We will have to back out and restart the game. So we're just waiting for them to set up on the formation lap. And then I'll do my magic. I love Twitch because usually get a lot of bots on Twitch, and one of the bots' names on Twitch is called Discord for Streamers. And then there's another viewer and Streamlabs. So welcome, bots, Twitch bots. Big Brother started up, did it? Is that why Big Brother's trending? Oh, they've got a 3-minute session start. I've got to have to wait until we count down. But yeah, Albie, wow. He must be one of the favourites running into this, surely. See, I can change the camera angle. How cool would it be if I could do this every day without it glitching? But I can't change car, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because it would be nice to be able to change the camera on the console. Alright, I'm just about to back out. Let's see, will it be Pan Am or will it be a RaceOnOz at the top of this? We're about to find out. Alright, we're starting soon. Just got to reset the game. Kentucky Derby. Churchill Downs horse racing. That's trending right now. TCR racing's going on. Hey, Mr. Death. Go, go, go! We're getting there. We are getting there. Luis, Engel, thank you for liking, mate. Thanks for the support, bro. Appreciate that. But you've just joined us just in time if you've just tuned in. We're about to start our 60-minute race here at Kyalami. Just doing the old ACC reset because we're on PS4. And they like to do that to us for some reason. Alrighty. So, we got to find the server. And once we've found the server, we can enter their password. That's the alert that I need to get in. And loading it. Kyalami, here we come. But yeah, I was watching that guy the other day that was still talking about... Hang on.
Green light. Go, go, go.
That's it. I think that's the race starting. Great start from everybody. Everybody files in. Down into the first turn here at Kyalami. It could be a little bit chaotic, especially with the latency netcode. Let's see how it deals with it. Everybody on their best behavior, at least through one. It is just packed. There was a flurry of cars. RaceOnOz, you can pick them out because they're black and gold. Oh, bit of touching. That's Bruce. And Burrodog as well. That might have been Prozac there. Just giving them the hurry along. The 319. That's Bruce. Started 10th. We go back up to the front. So Albie's still leading. Vic Chan chasing. JJ's up 1. He's gone to 3rd from 4th. So Pantalone's losing a few spots. J-Mer inside the top 5 at the moment. River runs in 6th. We wanted to improve on that at the start. But we're getting into single file now. As we come through the middle sector for the first time. Everybody just quickly figuring each other out for the first time. We've got someone off wide. That's a Lamborghini. That was Alpha Toro. And he is stuck out there. No movement from him. So there could be some hardware issues. Unluckily, we'll keep an eye on Alpha Toro. But he's dropped to the back of the grid on the first lap. Not what he would have wanted. But for the front runners, Vic Chan, he has got his work cut out for him because Albie is on the hustle. JJ going to work with his teammate as well. Pantalone's in the behind. So we got Pan Am, 2 RaceOnOz, and then another Pan Am driver here in 4th place. So everybody is out there supporting, guys. So let us know who you're putting your support behind today. Who you think will win as well. This is Sir Psycho. We've seen Sir Psycho race before. He's definitely got the handle on this McLaren. Races it all the time. So hopefully he can get some good results out of it today. Andrelli and Karki, Audi and Bentley. And behind them is Jeff. A few of the drivers I've not seen personally, but it's good to learn what they're like. So it's good to be out here today with them. So the biggest thing that I was thought thought would spice up the race was at least the netcode, the latency. Everyone seems to be dealing with it quite well at the moment. But it's going to make things difficult, especially overtakes. Like you said, you can tell the RaceOnOz drivers, they're all black and gold, so that they stick out. And they're all coming from Australia. There might be one or two from New Zealand as well. Oh, a little bit of a wide one there from the Bentley of Khaki. And he's tried, no way, 2 through here. Yes! Oh, and that's Sir Psycho with the back end out. That was never going to work for either of them. So Kaki's lost a lot of spots out of that one. A lot of spots. Just have a look at this. So we saw he went wide, and I think he just did his best to avoid. And you can see the netcode. They almost made contact again, and then they're side by side. And yeah, so Psycho, wow. Big drift. 10 out of 10 though for style points. This is up the front. This is our first and second. Albie's dealing with it at the moment. Vic Chan can definitely fight with the big boys. JJ is doing well as well. JJ doesn't usually drive that Audi. So I think he's giving himself a bit of a challenge today. Or maybe he's trying to learn a new car. And he's decided today will be a great opportunity to do it. There's no real big championship points on the line. And it's a little bit more of a relaxed atmosphere, but there's still stiff competition that will test his abilities. So we've got the front 5 at least. Vic Chan, a very, very competent Bentley driver as well. He's able to push that thing beyond the limits and beyond. But Albie's just done a little bit better today. Race pace seems to have that, but let's see if he can keep it up for 55 minutes. I'm sure he can. But this is going to be an interesting one as we go all the way to the end today. 2 mandatory stops. River, I'm Not Jimmy, and Burradog have all done their first of 2. Wheezy's down there in the McLaren. There he is there, number 21. I thought Wheezy was a McLaren from memory. If I had all these things written down, I'd be able to definitively tell you. But from memory, I'm fairly sure it's always a McLaren. He's got Sir Psycho just closing in on him there. That small mistake has actually put him in the cooker, so to speak. And the pressure's rising. So Psycho's going to get past sooner rather than later. Everyone, though, I am very impressed with the behaviour of everyone. Lots of respect given. I think they're doing well, considering the latency issues. Here we go, Sir Psycho. You got good speed down the hill, and yep, he's through. Wheezy just lets that one go. Doesn't want to make a big fuss about it. This is Rev Jeff here. Another McLaren, the 88. Just chasing Bad Mother in that Ferrari. It says the gap's 8/10, but they've clearly closed that in. So I think Jeff here might be knocking on the door sooner rather than later. So there you go, new updated interval, 4.910. So here we go. Yes, Bad Mother a little bit wide. He's off the circuit. For Jeff, he couldn't quite get the power down, and it was a little bit compromised into the turn there, so he lost a little bit of speed on entry. Yukaki's just watching it happen in the background, just chasing them. So there's squabbles happening all through the field here at the moment. Mr. Death, we'll catch you later, mate. Enjoy the sleep. Oh, that's it. Jeff's off. Oh, sorry, Mother's off. You just saw him rejoin there. That, I think he just got complacent and missed his brake marker. That's all I could say for that. Let's have another look. Coming into the first turn. And watch the Ferrari. Yeah, just didn't even make it. Bit of understeer played into that as well. So, unfortunate, but that happens. Got to be on your toes all the time. Back up to the front. Vic Chan chasing. The gap's sort of hung around the half a second mark at the moment. JJ's there. And if there's any egos on the line, the RaceOnOz boys, they're going to work together. Albie doesn't really have anyone to work with him, so he's a lone ranger up the front. But Vic and JJ, they're smart. And they've driven together. They'll be on the comms together, and I'm sure they'll be concocting a strategy to win today's event. They're both very competitive drivers, and they're going to want to get ahead. J-Mer was pressurising Pantalones there. You could see the British coloured Bentley was really, really close to Pantalones. Almost inside that back bumper. So let's see what Pantalones can do. Can he deal with the pressure now? They've got the same car. It's just going to come down to individual setup and driver ability here. Come on, J-Mer. We know you've got supporters. Let's see. He's putting on a good show already. Welcome, AJS. Gutted you couldn't make it. Well, we're glad you could join us for the race. Porsche, it's good to at least have you joining us for this one. Sir Patrick said you have a secret weapon in Pan Am. Adam says you're putting a money on a podium filled with RaceOnOz. Death Zone went for Albie to win. And yeah, so just catching up with the chat. Paul Cox mentioned GT Sport going to the Olympics. Yeah, they're testing it out in a virtual. They're testing out some virtual Olympic events, and GT Sports in one of them for the motorsport category. So it's not like in an official capacity, but like, you know, like pretty serious test, I think is what it was. I would be surprised if by the time Simracing becomes an official Olympic sport, that the FIA have built a relationship with another sim. I would use the word sim loosely with GT Sport, but I would say that's probably part of the reason why it was chosen, just because the FIA have worked with GT Sport. They've got that relationship. They know how to work together, and obviously the FIA is the governing body for motorsport. So for the Olympics, it gives them an exposure to how they work and do things. But I would say by the time it actually becomes like a ridgy-dig thing, there'll be something else that's got the FIA's backing as well. So we'll see what happens. That's my educated opinion, though. There's no real hard evidence that is going to be the case. It could be GT Sport by the time it happens. It could be what it is, because GT Sport, they've got a really flashy package, and at least for TV, it looks pretty decent. But that is something I was going to write an article about, or maybe put a quick podcast thing about. But yeah, you did hear that correct. So the top three, it's starting to stretch out a little now. 1.5 seconds now with Vic Chan. So Albie, a little bit more comfortable in this part of the race. That's a good point. Porsche has just pointed out that I've probably used a colloquial term that probably half the audience here doesn't know what that means. Riggy-dig, like official and proper, I think is the capacity I was using riggy-dig in. Like, you know, that's like, you know, that's official. Like, that's riggy-dig. That's F1 2021. That's, you know, that's riggy-dig F1. It's the official F1 game. Sort of thing. Pesky says choosing GT Sport wasn't the smartest. I think we've got to forget about it being sim and just the reason they chose it. One, they're located in Japan, and two, they've already got a working relationship with the FIA, and I think they're just purely the reasons it was picked. Because I don't think the Olympics has worked with the FIA before. GT Sport has, Polyphony has. They know how they work, the rules of motorsport, the governing body. They know the people. That's all it is. Because it's just a test. So they're going to learn a whole bunch of things, and you know, nothing else at the moment has any real relationship with the FIA. GT Sport does. So in that sense, it was smart. This is Jimmy on Saints. And Jimmy gets it done. Saints moves back to 15th, just ahead of Borodog now. So will Saints fight back in that Bentley? But it looks like Jimmy in the 69. He's got a little bit more confidence in that Lamborghini, at least at this stage of the race. Big Les says, after racing ACC for a few weeks in GTS, going back to GT Sport felt like an arcadey car slide, too much marking. Oh, I completely agree. I completely agree. But at the same time, I think it's important to realize that, you know, there's still, even if it's not the most accurate sim, there are still very, very entertaining races that can happen on GT Sport. And I've streamed a lot of them. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. But, yeah. I think as sim racers, because I've done it myself when I was, you know, spending a lot of time racing before I sort of did the commentating stuff. But you sort of tend to look at each sim and compare them and go, which one's more realistic? And obviously, when you get GT Sport, it doesn't compare to, say, ACC, but a lot of people enjoy it. It's a great way to get into motorsport, and at the end of the day, I think that's all that really matters. You just enjoy what you enjoy, because I can see where, like, some people would like motorsport, but getting into, say, ACC is too much of a jump, because there's a lot to learn. But if you really want to put the time in, or you enjoy that, then obviously it's rewarding. Someone's just gone wide there. I'm not sure who that is. Got a yellow in the sector. I can't really tell what car it is. Oh, it's khaki. So he's got the thing flicked around. That must have been all on Kaki's own there. Andrelli chasing, so Psycho. So this is for 9th and 10th at the moment. Yeah, Big Les for a coffee. Yeah, I know what you mean. He also means beer. We were talking about that before. So, we've just gone past the 15-minute mark in this race. Albie has been leading since the beginning. Everybody's just sort of getting into their rhythm now, sort of learning each other's mannerisms on track. We've had about half the field, probably just under half actually, do one of their 2 mandatory stops tonight. And we're just watching Andrelli chase down Sir Psycho. Audi on McLaren. And Andrelli just looking for somewhere to exploit. Is that car a little wide there from the RaceOnOz driver, and Sir Psycho will get a little bit of a boost from that. It's going to just relieve the stress slightly. So Sir Psycho can get on with racing and just dealing with his own thing. The track's optimal. Track temps now at 27 degrees Celsius. And there's no wind, so they're pretty lucky. So that is a back marker. That must be Khaki just getting out of the way. Blue flags there. So back markers already playing a part in this race. This is back up to second place. This is Vic Chan, the 999, still chasing down Albie. But I know Vic Chan well, and he's a very strategic-minded driver. There'll be something that we just don't see. And I'm sure Albie's got a secret weapon. We've been told that the Pan Am drivers have a secret weapon. What that is, we don't know yet. Who has the better secret weapon? Will it be Albie? Will it be Vic Chan? We're about to find out very shortly, because one of them is going to go for a stop soon. And I reckon Vic Chan might go for an overcut situation here. So we'll see how long they hold out. This could be a game of chicken. I think they're constantly glowing because the game's glitched. This game on console isn't perfect for spectator mode. They really need to do a lot of work. Like, this is the sort of stuff that GT Sport have absolutely got nailed. Spectator mode. I mean, there were a few glitches, but, you know, very little. The graphics, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, like ACC on console anyway. Wow. There's some fixes to be done. I would say it's a glitch, man. I have noticed that now that you're talking about it, but I don't think I've seen it before. Oh, Pesky one says it always happens. All right. I've never noticed it, so there you go. So this is our race at the front. JJ just falling behind little. There he is in the Audi. Latest interval says 3.2. This is Prozac on Jamer. We've got a little battle forming. Another Bentley Audi. This is for 5th and 6th. With Mr. Pro here in 6th place. Jamer just getting on with the race today, the 357. He's got his eyes set on Pantalones ahead. It was a little bit closer before, but something's happened in the last, say, 10 minutes. And Pantalones sort of fallen off. Jamer's fallen off Pantalones, and Pro has started to close the gap on 357 Jamer at least. So at least you guys had a good weekend at least. But thanks for popping by and watching today's race. Don't forget, if you want to support us, one way you can do that is by liking the video. I would very much appreciate it. Boost it on the algorithm. So thanks for everyone that's done that already. You guys are legends. And if you are new, don't forget to subscribe. Got plenty of more racing that I'm sure you'll enjoy. We'd love to see you around chatting, watching, even if you're just lurking. Welcome, Jeff. Thanks for the like, mate. Got a lot more US-based races coming up as well. So there's a lot of stuff that will work for you guys in the States. And lunchtime here in Australia. So works out pretty well for everyone, I think. Good battle with Andrelli. So Psycho's dealt with the pressure. And now it's the RaceOnOz driver. Just looking for an exploit. He's got a set of tools. He's got to find the right one. Just mounting that curb a little. Says Psycho, though. We've seen him in these situations many times before, and we know he can deal with it. Jeff, Fody. Which one were you, Jeff? Were you one of the ones that left? It's all good. We're having fun. But at least you've come to join us. Okay. What were you in? Like a Bentley or an Audi? I can't remember now. Look at these cars bounce and wobble through the Kyalami hills and drops and dips. This track, it's a shame it's not used more often. It's such a nice flowy circuit. And that second or last corner, that sausage curb on the inside, when you see drivers attack that corner and just clip that, it absolutely is a dramatic end to their lap. It definitely creates a spicy bit of entertainment. So Psycho's getting caught here, and Drelly's doing a fantastic job. Updated interval, 4/10. There's nothing in it at all. As we run down into the first turn, and Drelly might go for a move. He does. He chucks it up into the gap. Oh, and the apexes, they converge, but Sir Psycho just holds out for the time being. Apologies for the stuttering. I do need a new PC. So if you do support us, we're going to slowly get a new streaming PC, because I've had this one since 2014. It's going to die on me one day. I just don't know when. So we're just staying alive at the moment. Drelly lost a bit of time through that sector. So go back to the front. Vic Chan still attached to Albie, but 7/10 now. It hasn't really stretched out to the second mark yet, but track temp's just gone up 1 degree. Still no wind. Albie looks comfortable. And just before we hit the halfway mark, if you are new as well, you can join our Discord at just go to d1gdiscord.com. That's your invite to the Discord. So welcome along. You can support us at demo1garage.com/support. That'll take you to our Buy Me a Coffee support page. Or you can just hit up our website and check out what we've got there at demo1garage.com. And also on the Buy Me a Coffee site, you just hit the follow button and you can get on the email list for free. So that's at the support page. And we'll send you out an email for streams. Other things that I do as well. I do like news pieces, opinion pieces and stuff like that every now and then. So if you want to get that stuff, that's all there as well. So, Jeff was in the McLaren. Well, at least he had a good go at it. And you're here now to watch the end of the race at least. So yeah, look at that. 1.2 seconds. That's probably the biggest gap we've seen now between Albie and Vic Chan. It's weird to see Vic Chan behind a car, because Vic Chan's usually winning the leagues that I watch him race in. Albie is quick. But who's going to jump first for the pit stop? That is the question. We're getting to the halfway point of this race now. It's going to be over before you know it. And still, no one's stopped at the front. John! Hey-yo! Falco! I thought Bruce was going off there. Oh, that's what latency does sometimes. Puts heart in your mouth. But he is still in it. MX blocks in the 29 Ferrari. Looks like he's had a pretty decent race at the moment. Not too much. been bothering him at all. Now, Jamer's 8 seconds up the road. So he's just got to deal with his own thing. And for Bruce, well, he's not quite close enough yet to really threaten him. So there's not much else. So MX Blocks having a good race. Mr. Falcon Zero says, great racing. Well, hope you guys are enjoying it as well. Don't forget, if you we're here to chat as well, so if you've got anything you want to bring up, bring it up in the chat. Let's have a quick chat. I think I'm a little different to most commentators with sim racing. Like to get you guys involved as well if you want to get involved, because we are streaming after all. Might as well use that. Alrighty, let's check in with the front. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's blurry, Sydney. I don't know why there's no Porsche Sully. Maybe they were using only certain, like 2018, 19, 20 cars. I can't remember if you can do that. Someone out there that plays the game, because I hardly play the game, I'm usually commentating it. Because I'm pretty sure the different years, there's maybe one of them doesn't have a Porsche. But
We're halfway through, not over yet.
that doesn't sound right, does it? But you're right, no one's getting a Porsche. The Lamborghini sort of come back into flavour recently. I never really used to see that. AJS says there's no Porsche because he's not in the race. That's true, bro. So, yeah. Is it just a harder car? Do people find it? Oh, we've got someone around. It's a RaceOnOz driver. That might be Khaki again. That was an awkward spot. This race at the front, though. This is going to go all the way down to the wire now. And still not going in to that pit stop. These guys, I mean, you know what I don't get as well? Like the stream today, like it's been freezing every now and then. Some days, the stream, it won't stutter at all. It will not stutter. My CPU is sitting at about 55%. My GPU's at 40%. My memory's not even, maybe like 15% used. So resource-wise, the computer's fine, but I still get these stutters. Some days I get them, some days I don't. I have not figured out what the problem is. I thought it was when I was recording. Turns out that's not even the case. So I really don't know. Porsche says about driving the Porsche. It's not harder per se, but different style required to drive fast and requires some setup knowledge. Yes. Fair enough. The Bentley is definitely one of the favourite cars out there. It's, I think, a pretty decent all round, especially through corners. It's just solid in and out of the corners, so a lot of people are comfortable with that. Well, Prozac's getting close to Andrelli. In fact, he's gotten through and past him. Andrelli is falling down the order, so something's happened in that first sector where Bounty is dropped from 9th to 11th, and Prozac's gone all the way to 9th, and Zero has made it. Welcome, our one of our YouTube mods, our biggest supporters. It's Zero, and he's chucked in $5 dues. Thanks, man. What's cracking? There it is. Super chat from the Zero. donated $5 dues. We'll have to get your name on the special thanks to our supporters. Those names, by the way, are the supporters in the last month. So if you want to get on that list, just have to have been a 0 in the last 4 weeks. Alrighty. Still drivers out there. They're yet to make their first stops. This is Bounty. He's closing in on Prozac just a little bit. 1.3 seconds that gap. And the Audi driver is going to have to drive fairly clean here at the moment to keep that gap and that distance where it is. A little bit of a rear end slide through the first turn. It opens up the second and off into the second sector. No worries at all. His lines are nice. This is Jimmy in the Lamborghini. So, unfortunately, the intervals don't update live. They update every time they go through a timing sector, which I know I complain about it every day, but honestly, no other game does it like this. Why did they choose it this way? There must have been a reason. Like resources or something. I just don't know. So this is Vic Chan. He hasn't occupied any other position today other than second. Pantalones is fourth, and it looked like Sir Psycho was close, but that's not the case now. He's catching JJ Penguin, so third and fourth might swap soon. We'll have to keep a close eye on this one. Very close eye. What's dirty about sleeping? So it's good to have you guys. If you haven't, if you're just tuning in or you're watching on replay, as a watching it back, welcome. My name is Josh. And thanks for having the race today. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, Albie is looking super strong. Just watching Pantalones here trying to close the gap on Penguin, but it's not working. Okay, so Vic Chan reacted first. He's trying to get the undercut working. He didn't want to go any longer. That leaves Albie out there by himself. Let's see. Does it work? Will it work? JJ's going to go on. So this is what I was talking about. And Pantalones, in fact, reacts to Vic Chan. Gets on his marks well. Alrighty, now we've got an interesting race. The strategy begins to unfold and untwist in this one. Like a pretty quick stop there from Pantalones. Let's get back up and into the race. A race leader. Crucial moment in this race. 23 minutes to go. And yes, Sir Patrick's right. The crucial moment has happened. This could make or break someone's race tonight. It could make or break the race for Albie. Also, this is MX Blocks. Chasing down Burrodog. Just looking for something. He might be able to get something into the first turn if he can get a good exit and a good power out. A little bit wide, but uses that curb because it is there to use. He's stuck in behind the slipstream now, but he's not really using it because Burra just sort of kept drifting right. MX Blocks didn't do anything about it, but not much he can do. Oh, a little bit deep. Almost hit the rear end there. Okay, so Albie reacts. What does JJ Penguin do? He's about 9 seconds back. He's what? Oh, he's going to continue on. JJ is extending. Vic Chan just getting through some back markers. And luckily it was one of his not ex-teammates, but one of his compatriots from RaceOnOz. So this is all important. Albie still standing still. He's up and going. Vic Chan, he's at the second to last corner. And I think Albie, he has made phenomenal time. Phenomenal time. The overcut, at least in this first stop, has worked wonders. There is Albie now into the first turn. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 6 to 7 seconds. Could be even more. We'll get an update once I get through the next timing sector. Thank you, Sir Patrick. The commentary team is all me. But thank you. Appreciate that, mate. Yes, look at that. 8.6 seconds. Alrighty, so JJ Penguin, he extended. He was about 8 seconds behind Albie. I don't think it's going to have the same effect, but let's see. Maybe JJ can make some time. Maybe Albie made an extremely short stop and will have his longer stop the second time around with the fuel. So let's... Or maybe there was even fuel saving happening and Albie is just, you know, all over that. Gets it slowed down. Doesn't want to get himself penalties. This is Albie. So he's not as far away as Albie was when Penguin got through the first turn. There's Vic Chan there. He still isn't even stopped yet. So JJ gets on the stop. Through the last corner now. Albie will go across the start-finish line. And there it is. Race leader back in front. It's Albie from Pan Am and the 716. Oh, Vic Chan goes back in this lap as well. So the crucial moment, it happened 2 laps after each other. Look at that. This is what I was talking about. Vic Chan, sometimes he pulls out some of the most crazy left of field strategies, but they work. So he might be doing he's done his two stops now. He can just go. So what does Albie do? Does he even see that that's happened? Does he have someone working in his ear telling him, hey, look, Vic Chan's done another stop. You need to react to this. Or maybe Albie's just so convinced that he needs to put in some quick times. Maybe you won't even see it. The only thing I can see working against Vic Chan, have a look at Albie. Let's have a look at the map. Down the bottom right, Albie is that red dot. There is some traffic ahead, but it's a little ways away. Let's look at Vic Chan. Alright, Vic Chan doesn't really have much in the way of traffic either. It's a little bit closer, but nothing's going to slow him down. So this might actually work for Vic. And Albie coming up to the pit lane entry. What's he going to do? We've got 18 minutes left in this one. Okay, no, he's going to go on. All right. So, very, very interesting part of this race now, ladies and gentlemen. What is going to happen from here on in? Nobody knows, but in about 18 minutes we'll find out, so don't go anywhere. This is Sir Psycho. And it's McLaren v McLaren, Australia versus the US, Pan Am versus RaceOnOz. Bring it on. Who's going to beat out of these two? These guys have been going at each other's throat all day. Well, for the last, 42 minutes or so. And at the moment, Wheezy has the leg up. They both need to make that one extra stop. 2 mandatory stops tonight. If they've got a green box next to their name, they're good. They've made their 2 stops. If they've got a number, that's how many stops they've got left. So everybody's still got at least 1. All right, Wheezy jumps in. Pulls it up in time. What happened to Jamer? Good question. Yeah, something's definitely happened to Jamer. We didn't see it, Sydney, but you've popped back on and he's down 6 laps. Maybe he disconnected or he had like a hardware issue. I don't know. Is Jamer streaming? It's because something's happened to Jamer. That's a shame. Big shame. J-Mo was sitting up. Oh, that's a lot of time lost for J-Mo. All right, Albie's popped in. So he did notice Vic Chan doing his thing. And Vic Chan is the first driver there with green. Alrighty, where is Vic Chan on the track? He's getting there. Oh, this is going to be close. It might not be as close as I think it's going to be. Albie. Oh, look at that. How has he made up so much time? I don't understand. I do not understand. They were literally about a second apart. I don't think Vic Chan lost any time with back markers. The only thing I can think of is that Albie just saved fuel. Saved a lot of fuel. Because the amount of time and the advantage he's gained, it's huge. This is Vic Chan here. He's like 8 seconds behind him. So, I don't know. Does anyone have the answer to that question out there? But for those that picked Albie early on as the race winner, yeah, things are looking good. Things are looking good. He's running 4th, but he is also out there with all his mandatory stops done. Just a final reminder, if you want to join our Discord, just go to d1gdiscord.com. That's your invite code. You don't need any crazy invite code, guys. Just d1gdiscord.com. That stands for Demo One Garage. And if you want to buy us a coffee, you can go to demoOneGarage.com/support. And you can send us your admiration and support through that as well. We'd appreciate that big time. But if you want to just help us out on the fundamental level, don't forget to hit the like button on the video where you're watching. Boost that algorithm, Simracing, and let people know that your leagues exist. So the more people that like the videos, the more people you'll get watching, the more people you'll get interested in racing, and the more races we'll have as well. So thanks for tuning in today. Hope you've enjoyed the action. But for Albie, what a race it's been. Phenomenal. So Saints here, just up against Andrelli, but Andrelli one stop ahead of him. So for Saints, it's going to be no competition really at the end of it. Pesky says 6 Aussies in the top 10. It's not a bad result. Still got 13 minutes to go, so there's still things that could change here, but they have been at a disadvantage with the latency today, but everyone seems to have dealt with it well. So the net code of ACC seems to be holding up good enough, at least, which is nice to see. So that's Vic Chan there in 6th place. He'll be 2nd overall once the drives ahead of him will rotate through their stops. So Mix-a-Lot, Mr. Little, Team Little Bear, welcome, mate. It's good to have you. One of our supporters as well. Oh, so Jamer has joined us. He says the game stuck on lap 17 and wouldn't count out your stops. It was fun while it lasted. Yeah, there's a few glitches and stuff like that happens. Massive shame, J-Mo. We did wonder what happened to you, but yeah, thanks for letting us know, because you had a few supporters cheering you on. Now, this is Albie. He'll be our overall leader. Is that... there is some traffic just ahead, so JJ's one of them, in fact. JJ's actually just ahead of Albie. See, I don't know how he's made up so much time. Like, we've been watching the same race, right? Like, it's like he's skipped through time. It's bizarre, but, you know, if I did the math, it would probably make sense later on. It's just one of those things that happens, you know, as it happens live, it just seems impossible, but somehow Albie's done it. So, got a big round of applause for Albie at the moment. We've got 11 and a half minutes left in this one. JJ looks like he's going to make it difficult, and he's entitled to do that. Some people, there are a group of racers in sim racing that will feel like you need to move out of their way, but the rules state, at least in JJ's state, that he has track position. He doesn't need to move. Yes, JJ needs to make another stop, but you know what? It's a tactical game sometimes. So let's see what JJ does here. Looks like, yeah, he's not going to make it easy, which is just going to make it all the more interesting for us here at home. That's going to give at least Vic Chan an opportunity to catch up. He's getting closer and closer to Prozac as well. So let's see how Vic attacks this one. What does Pro do with the Audi? So it's two Audis at the moment holding up. Two very different drivers. One from Pan Am, one from RaceOnOz. But that's motorsports. That's what we love about it. And like I said, they're both entitled to hold their line. So let's see what happens. J-Mer, you're not wrong. Albie is super quick. But it just, like, Vic Chan was keeping up with Albie, and it was just in the pit stops. So, yeah. I'd like to know where Vic Chan lost the time. Like, I'd love to see, like, a lap side-by-side comparison of, like, their out laps and in laps and see exactly where they lost the time, because it just seems like, yeah, like too much. So, congratulations to Albie. It was well played. Vic Chan still not getting through. Albie's up to second. Okay, so Vic Chan gets through now. So JJ has let Albie go. And the only driver left is River Runs. Alpha Toro! I didn't see that. J-Mer got taken out lap 1 by MX Blocks. MX Blocks is down there in 11th at the moment. So I'll give you a bit of a field update in the final 8 minutes. We've got River Runs leading here on lap 29, but he does need to make that last and final stop. SOP, Albie got past JJ there, and will be our overall race leader. JJ Penguin in the Audi, currently third, but Vic Chan will be taking second overall once they make their stops as well. I'm not Jimmy. He's fifth right now in the Lamborghini, but he also needs to make his stop, and he's the last of the three that do. Then it's Bruce. He's in sixth. There's Pro. He's in seventh with Pantaloons just not too far behind for company. And Birdog rounds out the top 10 in the Bentley for RaceOnOz. Then it's MX Blocks in the Ferrari. So Psycho in the McLaren is in 12th. Wheezy West in 13th. And Drelly 14th. Saints is 15th in the Bentley. Bad Mother in that Ferrari. He's in 16th right now. Kaki 17th. And J-Mer out of it, but currently 18th. So Albie is now leading the race. And we've got a yellow flag in the sector as well. So that... So there you go. Albie gets on with things. This is Pro on Bounty. And Pantaloons. If Pantaloons can catch up to this little fight as well, there could be a three-way battle here for, well, at least 7th. And that could be a little bit of a spicy finish for everyone. Adam just saying that Vic might have overshot the box when he went in the pits, because that can waste some good time waiting for the car to reposition. Possibly happened, Adam, possibly. So we'll see what happens. But, thank you guys. It's been fun having you guys today. I hope you've enjoyed the racing that you've seen and with the few things we've talked about. Hopefully I'll get to see some of your names pop up again. We will have another RaceOnOz Pan Am event on the 15th, I think, for you guys in the States. It'll be the 16th, so Sunday for us here in Australia. But, you know, at the same time. So that'll be fun. I think that's in a couple of weeks. Oh, drive through for track limits. It's Pantalones. It's the man chasing Pro. Oh, as Prozac goes wide as well. So an opportunity goes begging, but for Prozac, it's just a formality. Wow. Pantalones gives up a big opportunity. Did we get anything on camera? Have a look. So Prozac was coming, and I sort of changed. Oh, you just saw him there locking up. He missed his braking marker, I think. Just a bit of fatigue starting to creep into his race. But just as that happened, yeah, Pantalone's got the old drive-through. And there it is. Oh, that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. So Burradog will come through, and he will now be 9th. Where will Pantalones rejoin? It could be right next to MX Blocks here, actually. This could be a lot closer than we think. No, there it is. So there's quite some distance between them. And there's Sir Psycho. Wow. I mean, it's not over till that flag's out, is it, ladies and gentlemen? It is not over until the checkered flag is waving. Should never. That's a great example of why you should never stop racing for it. Even if you think all that's done, things can still happen. Things can change. So there you go. So 32 laps at the moment, and it has just been Albie all the way. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it and try figure out where the time was lost, because that is a big round of applause to Albie. That was just perfect strategy today. Perfect. Oh, AJS Porsche. He's chucked in old $5 dues as well. Thank you so much. So that would be that's a YouTube super chat. So that'll pop up in a moment. Thanks, mate. So everyone in chat, get out the old clap emoji for AJ. Thanks, mate. Thank you. Woo woo! I know, woo woo! For Mr. AJS Porsche. There it is, super chat. AJS Porsche donated $5 dues. Thanks, man. Yes, we've got the XFR event tomorrow, and we've got a GT Sport event tonight as well if you're in Australia. So that will start at stream starts at 8:15 tonight. Qualifying at 20 past. Race at about 8:30. So it's going to go for about 45 minutes. So the whole stream will be a nice hour, and that's about it. So hopefully see you guys there for that one as well, or some of you at least. It's going to be pretty late if you're over in the US though. SFR event tomorrow. Yeah. Oh, if you want to go check out the events that I stream, go to demoongarage.com/bookings. Remember, most of the bookings, all of the bookings are in my time zone, but some of them do have the New York time slots as well. But if you see a time zone, it's usually Brisbane, Australia, which is GMT plus 10 or UTC plus 10. They're the same time zone. So just keep that in mind. But demo1garage.com/bookings has all of the streams that I'm doing. So you can figure out what we're doing. Tomorrow is, I'll let you know in a second. Just got to bring up the old webpage. But if you just go to demo1garage.com, on the main page, I think there's a link called race schedule or something. That'll take you to this thing as well. Tomorrow it is ACC. We are at Silverstone, GT3 race. 60-minute sprint race. 1 mandatory pit stop tomorrow. So that's with the SFR GT Challenge. And that'll be at... qualifying starts at 7:45 p.m. Eastern in the States.
The leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push.
9:45 a.m. here in Brisbane. Race starts at 8 p.m. Eastern in the States or 10 a.m. in Brisbane. So there you go. So that's it. Last and final lap now for our man Albie. And it's been a pretty flawless event for Albie as well. An alien in all sense of the word. Out of this world performance. This is Burrodog. 9th. He was just getting close to I'm Not Jimmy. But at the moment, he's just Burrow. He's just lost that little bit of pace there. And Jimmy in that Lambo, the old 69, he's able to push on and push away. Vic Chan's ended up, 9.7 seconds away from Albie here, which is just a phenomenal amount of time. The fact that he was able to gain that amount of time, I'll have to talk to Vic Chan later on and figure it out, but as Albie comes around Kyalami for the final time today, the checkered flag's going to be waiting. There's going to be some coloured flares waiting. It's all deserved. Well done. From start to finish, no one was able to match the pace of Albie. And by the end of it, he was too good. And it's a win for Pan Am, at least here at Kyalami. Well done.
Leader has finished the race.
Next up, we Vic Chan from RaceOnOz River. Not too far behind as well from Pan Am, but there's Vic Chan getting second, and River. Matthew Cooley, thanks so much for liking the stream, mate. Thanks for the support. River will come through and get third, so Pan Am get 1 and 3. RaceOnOz get a 2nd and 4. So if this was the championship, would have been quite tight. But so Bruce comes across. He'll get his 5th place. Bounty 6, not too far behind. Prozac in that Audi. 7th rather. He wears the number 8. I'm Not Jimmy. Just held out Burrodog there at the end. He'll get 8th. And Burra not far behind in 9th. MX Blocks. Close. Pantalones behind. Some close finishes there at the end of it. So Psycho in that McLaren. And Wheezy's got 13th. And Drelly, AB Saints, Bad, Karki and J-Mer. But at the end of the day, it was Albie that gets the spoils. And they're all celebrating off into the dirt. How fun. Well, don't forget to check out d1gdiscord.com, demo1garage.com. And don't forget, if you like today's racing, please hit the like. Don't forget to subscribe or follow as well. We're live every time on Facebook. We're live every time on YouTube and Twitch, so you can watch us on wherever you want, your favorite platform.
Hey, well done, Albie. Right.
Catch you later, Zero. Thanks for the super chat as well, mate. We created Albie in a lab. I like that. I like that a lot. Sir Patrick, it's been a pleasure having you in the chat today. Sully, this is 2 leagues racing, so I don't know what's going to come of this, but they were just having a bit of fun today.
Thanks, boys. It was good fun.
But if you want to see the other championships that I do stream, demo1garage.com/bookings.
That was awesome fun. Well done.
It's been awesome having you guys today. My name's Josh. Don't forget as well, guys. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subbing. Thanks for all that. And congratulations to Albie. The stream's about to go. We will be back tonight with GT Sport Championship Season 15 with RaceOnOz. They're in the Porsche Cayman GT4s. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see some of you there. If not, we'll see you tomorrow with the SFR GT Challenge. But until then, enjoy the rest of your weekend, guys. And bye-bye.